Satnam, everybody!
Satnam.
I'm here again with Guru Rattana on a very special day. When we set up these dates, I didn't realize that the next time we would be together is on a new moon.
Yeah.
What luck, because I get to be with this amazing astrologer, woman, leader, healer, Kundalini master on this day. So I just want to know, what are you thinking about this new moon?
Yeah,
thinking, right?
Gemini is definitely about thinking. But you know what? Thinking is overrated, and thinking is misunderstood. Thinking is actually the booby prize. And that's what Japji says. And all spiritual teachings say thinking is the booby prize, because you can't reach the infinite by thinking. So, but Gemini has a deeper meaning than thinking. Gemini is about intuitive knowing. And a lot of Geminis I know, they say, well, my intuition said, they're already tuned in to the fact that that's where they get their information. Through the intuition, through the deep sensitivity, and through deep listening. You've got to listen to know. Because when you listen, you can hear through your intuitive channel, which is the neutral mind, you can hear the answers, you can hear the infinite, you can hear the silence, and you can get a deeper meaning and a deeper wisdom of what's going on.
So this would be a great day to listen deeply.
And not only today.
Darn! No, just kidding.
Start today, because on the new moon you want to seed something. Like, so what do you want to seed? Deep listening, deep intuitive knowing. When you can turn on your intuition, you don't have to think so much, because then you know. And that's the gift of Gemini. So make that your goal, the seed that you want to plant in your mind, and then work with that.
That sounds really good. It feels like this new moon has like this truth serum to it. Like it really wants us to speak and hear the truth.
Absolutely. Tell the truth to yourself. Start with that. Just tell yourself the truth. Nobody else is listening, of course, except the universe. But
Pretty big.
It's pretty big. But if you lie to the universe, you're going to get... It doesn't work. Let's just put it that way. So when you speak to yourself, tell yourself the truth. I don't like this. This doesn't feel good. You may not be ready to say that in the world, but if you tell yourself the truth, you'll be able to shift your mental, emotional, and physical vibration to being truthful. And people will respect you. But start with yourself. Respect yourself. Tell yourself the truth. Don't lie. You can't be authentic. You can't tune into your soul. You can't manifest what you want in the universe if you don't tell the truth. But first you have to know the truth. And that means you have to listen to yourself. Every time I've asked classes about something that happened in their life that they regretted later, let's put it this way. I said, did you know at that time? And every single one always said yes. We always know.
We do always know. I say that a lot too. We know.
We know. So listen, feel your own truth. Make that your goal for Gemini, and then for the rest of your life.
I love one of the quotes you have of Yogi Bhajan in your book, and you have the quote where he says, the best way to know your intuition is to not follow it. And what he means is, right, because you knew, and now you'll see the disaster. Because we, unfortunately, I think, pay attention more to pain. But you know then. On the other side, it's like, oh, God, I knew not to go out with him. But we did it, right? We didn't follow the intuition. And I think his point was, then you will know, wow, my intuition knows. Now the next step is listening and following, right?
Yeah, that's the best way.
What do you think makes it so hard to trust our intuition?
Because we don't listen. And the subconscious is powerful. The programming, the neediness. Oh, but I really wanted to feel loved that night. that's very powerful. That's why we have to do Kundalini yoga and meditation and clear the subconscious, because it's very, very powerful. And so we have other elements besides our
Right.
honesty going on.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's like you listen, but then that subconscious, the insecurity, has been ruling for so long.
Right. We have an addiction to our conditioning, to our neediness, to our victimization. And we have to break those habits. And habits are hard to break. There's no discussion about that, like, oh yeah, I should be able to do this. Well, no.
Yeah.
It's a lifelong journey to make this path work.
Absolutely. I want to say hi to Julia and Rebecca. Mwah. Love you, ladies. They're right down there watching.
They're watching.
Yeah,
That's
Julia, she's got a couple of your books, and so does Rebecca. She has tons. So anyways,
Very
fans of yours from Great Divine Flow. Hello, ladies.
Very good.
If a woman had only one Kriya from Kundalini Yoga to help her with her insecurity, what would you say to her? What would you say, this you must do?
Well, actually, I made my own Kriya.
Okay, good. What is it?
Well, that's a lot of exercises.
Okay.
Yogi Bhajan said a lot of things. He taught a lot of Kriyas. One thing he said that I listened to all the time, and I made my own morning sadhana around this. He said, a woman needs to stimulate every part of her body every day. And I thought, that's intelligent, obviously. Because the emotional body is encoded in the physical body.
Right.
So if you move and stimulate and activate every part of your body every day, you get emotional balance.
Yes.
And so that's what I do.
So I know in your book, your morning sadhana, I mean, it's physical.
It's
It's
physical.
toe touches and stretch pose and sat kriya, and it's a lot.
It's a lot, but it makes me feel good, and then I'm good for the rest of the day. So
There you go. There you go.
so
and especially right now with this Gemini moon being physical, whew, that balances out all the mental energy.
it's extremely important to be physical to balance mental and emotional energy. It's required. They work together. So
Yeah.
and if you get, when you get my book, or if you've already have it, The Gift of Womanhood, that set can take a long time. So just do 30 seconds on each exercise, or a minute, but get the stimulation going and it'll work. So don't think you have to spend 3 hours.
Right.
You
Right.
can spend an hour and just pump through them.
So, can you give us just one, like, if the new moon could give us a sense of wisdom that it wants us to work with the seed that we're planting, what would it be?
To listen to your own truth.
Listen to your own truth.
Yeah. You know, we have
That's
this
so
thing.
key.
We have this thing. We think we need to be perfect. You know what? Nobody's perfect, so drop it. Just get rid of it. That's what my mom used to say. Drop it. She was smart. I didn't quite understand, but that's the truth. So, but can you be truthful? That you can do. Perfect, there's no perfection. Nobody's perfect. When you're perfect, you leave the planet. So, but you can be truthful. So set a different criteria for yourself that's doable, and work on being truthful, being humble, being kind.
Yes.
Set a new goal, and you're going to be happy. It's good.
So many new blessings, new moon blessings of Gemini to all of you. And we get to be with this beautiful woman again for 4 hours on the last Sunday of June, June 29th. So I believe it starts at 1? I'm going to put the link to the event in the comments. So she will be at the Great Divine Flow in Vista one more time for a woman's elevation based on her amazing book, The Gift of Womanhood. We will have a bunch of those books in the studio for you to purchase, and then you're gonna go somewhere, right, and
Yes.
teach the world or something.
Yes, actually, I'm going to be teaching an 8-day woman's workshop, The Gift of Womanhood, in Bosnia. I know that sounds like far away, but for a lot of people that live in Europe, it's actually quite close. And it's at a center. Let me give you the dates. It's the 3rd to the 12th of October. Beautiful time of year. The trees are yellow and red, and it's at a resort that's only for health. No smoking, no drinking, no weird vibes
Energy.
around the energy.
Yeah.
So if you're in Europe or you want to come, Bosnia was part of the old Yugoslavia. It's a beautiful part of the world. So for those people available, those women available, it's so sweet to be together and feel the essence of womanhood. When we're together, we always feel that we're so nurturing, we're so kind, we're so loving. It's who we are. And from that power of love, we can make a big difference in the world. I just want to tell one story.
Sure, go ahead.
So it was actually in Serbia, which is right close to Bosnia. And it was about 3 years ago. And there were 20 to 30 Ukrainians, Russians, and people from all over the former Soviet Union there. There were about 50 of us doing a level 1 teacher's training, the first module. And we were chanting, and it was a place where there were other people besides spiritual
Yogis.
people.
Okay.
Yogis, yeah. And some man came, and he was asking the manager, he said, "Who are these people?" And he said, "Would you believe that the Americans, the Russians, and the Ukrainians have gathered together to create peace?"
Oh, I love that.
Because
That's what it was.
that's what it was, and that's what we need. From wherever we are, we need to create peace, and we can. So,
And I have a feeling this new moon in Gemini, with deep listening and trusting ourselves, is the first step of peace.
it's the fundamental piece. You get that? And the rest is the frosting and the cherry.
So I want us, this might embarrass you, but I want us to acknowledge you're going to have a big birthday, and we're going to
I am.
celebrate it.
We are.
And we're going to give you more details as that goes on, but we'll all be able to virtually be with you and celebrate not just her birthday, but there's going to be a special gift for all of us. So
July 3rd.
July 3rd, and you will be 75, right?
75.
Look at this.
I'm going to give you hope. There's hope. You can reach 75 and be happy, healthy, and at peace with yourself and connected to the divine. So it's going to be a good day.
So there's so much more love and joy coming for us in Kundalini Yoga and with Guru Rattana. Guru Rattana goes live on her channel, so we're going to put this on hers. But for all of you that are on Great Divine Flow, make sure you go to Guru Rattana's page and like it so that you're notified when she goes live, because she goes and she does meditations and beautiful wisdom at least once a week, right?
Yeah, I'll be doing a meditation for the Gemini
Nice.
in the next couple days.
Perfect. All right, we love you. Sat Nam.
Sat Nam. Many blessings to everyone.
Bye-bye.